Hello students, hope you all fine and healthy at your place. Today we will start our first chapter of computer, that is computer fundamental. Before starting this chapter, I am suppose you might have learned following topics in your previous class, such as computer system, hardware and software, input and output devices, internet and generations of computer. Now, let's have one look over the content. So, we are having 10 chapters and we will study all these 10 chapters in our class. Now, we are going to start chapter number 1, that is computer networking. So, what is network? Network is a group of device linked to one another. Networking is a concept of connecting two or more computer or computing device such that they can share the available information and resources with each other. Now, computer network. What is computer network? A computer network, it is a set of computer devices which are connected via cable or wireless connection to share resources and data. Computer on the network are called nodes or workstation. Or we can say networking is a concept of connecting two or more computers such that they can share the available information and resource among them. Let's move forward. Now we are going to learn computer network advantage and disadvantage. Advantages: sharing of hardware, sharing of software, sharing files, backup, cost effective, minor effect of breakdown, save paper and time. And disadvantage of computer networks are initial cost, administration, major effect of breakdown, viruses and security. So these all are the advantage and disadvantages. Now, the next part of this chapter is types of computer network. So, based on the geographical area across which the computer network is spread, it can be classified as following. First is PAN, Personal Area Network. LAN, Local Area Network. MAN, Metropolitan Area Network. WAN, Wide Area Network. Now, let's move forward and study all these networks in detail. We will study about PAN, that is Personal Area Network. This type of network is used to provide connectivity to the device like printer, scanner, cell phone or tablet belonging to an individual. Coverage area of this network is very small and is in the range of just 5 to 10 meters only. Next is local area network. That is, in this network, computer is connected with two or more computer and peripheral devices spread within a small geographical area like a room, office, building and a campus. Here peripheral devices means those devices which are connected out externally to the computer. All the computers in the LAN can be connected through a cable or wireless link for a communication. The cost involved in setting up the LAN is low as compared to the larger network. Next is MAN, that is Metropolitan Area Network. MAN is a larger network as compared to LAN. It covers a metro or a city. MAN is used to connect the small network of an organization spread across the city. The communication medium used to connect the computers in MAN is similar to the LAN. As it covers the larger geographical area, the cost involved in setting up a MAN is much higher than LAN. Size of MAN can be ranged from 10 to 50 kilometer. The next is WAN, that is Wide Area Network. This type of network covers the very large geographical area across the country or continent. WAN is generally established by the large organization having offices spread across the country or in different country. The medium used to connect the computers in WAN can be a leased line, or we can say the medium which is required to connect WAN is a optical fiber or a wireless medium. There are only two ways which help us to connect with WAN. Because of the widespread of WAN, the data transfer rate is slow and the chances of data transfer error are more as compared to LAN. So, our next topic is network architecture. Network architecture refers to how computers are organized in a system and how tasks are allocated between these computers. These architecture means the designing of a computer network where where the numbers of computers are connected through any design which we are going to learn forward. So, there are two of the most widely used types of computer network architecture are peer to peer and client server. Client server architecture is also known tiered because it uses multiple level. Next is client and server and peer to peer. So, let's take client and server first. Client and server network has a server of for providing specific applications and services to network client. There can be a multiple user with each server providing a specific type of service or signal, server providing various services to the client. A computer network with a large geographical coverage may use multiple servers, whereas a network with a smaller geographical coverage may use a single server. Some examples of services provided by client and server networks are like authentication servers, file and print servers, application server, mail server. So, authentication, what is? These servers verify the username and their password for logging into the network. File and print, they manage users' access to resource like file and printer. Application server, they provide access to applications based on the right allocated to the file. Now, mail server, these server provide authentication to mail server, manage their mailbox and routing of the messages to other mail user. Basically, the sending of mail from client to server is called a mail server. Next is peer-to-peer network. Peer-to-peer network have computers which are equal in terms of their local resources, and each one can work as a client and a server when it required. Peer-to-peer network should be used when there are small number of users, the network coverage area is less, the future expansion of network is not expanded, the security is not critical factor on this network. Next is internet and intranet. Computer networks can also classified on the base of accessibility as internet and intranet. What is internet? You might be knowing that, but in the terms of computer, internet means the inter means between and the net means network, that is between the different networks. Internet is a network of networks which is spread worldwide. This network is open for the general public and they can use it to share or access the information and communicate with other because of its widespread application and huge amount of information available on it. Now, intranet. Intra means within and net means network. It is a private network which belongs to an individual or an organization. The information available on this network may be the journal or confidential, meant to be distributed among the authorized users only. So, it is a kind of private network not accessible for general public but is used by the organization to circulate some information among the employee. Now, we are going to learn about internet and intranet on the basis of their comparison. Internet. The internet is a wide network of computer and available to all. Now, intranet is a network of computers designed for a certain group of people. Internet Internet contains a large number of internets. Internet is connected with the large number of small internet. What is intranet here? Intranet can be accessed from the internet with a specific restrictions or a specific group of people. Internet Number of internet users are very high. You know that numbers of people around the world connected with the internet are very high. Now, intranet numbers of users are limited. Intranet Internet contain various source of information. You can got any type of information in internet, whereas in intranet only contain a group specific information. Now, internet anyone can access the internet. In intranet, accessible only by the organization employee or admin who have login details. Internet, it is not as safe as compared to intranet. Now, intranet, safe and secure network. Internet, it is a public network and intranet, it is a private network. Now, let's move forward. Networking device. Now we are going to learn the most important part of this chapter, that is network devices. These are physical devices which are required to form a network segment for communication and sharing files, resources over the network. So various devices are needed to connect the computer in a network. So first is hub. A hub is a device that connects a number of computers together to make a LAN. Hub is a dump device. If it receives a message, it sends it to every computer on the network. Next is network interface card. It is also known as LAN card, LAN card, or Ethernet card. It is a most important component of the network. It allows a computer to participate in the network. Information is transmitted or received through the NIC card in the computer. Now, network interface card is basically of two types: wired NIC and wireless NIC. Wired NIC work with cable and wireless NIC work on the radio wave technology. Now, let's move forward. Study the transmission medium. What is transmission medium? Transmission medium carries the data signal from one computer device to another. For example, coax cable, twisted pair cable, fiber optic cable, and wireless transmission medium like radio waves or microwaves technology. So next is switch. What is switch? A switch is like a hub. It is a device that connects a number of computers together to make a LAN. It is more intelligent device than hub. If it receives message, it checked who is the addressed to and only send it to the specific computer. It is a more secure than those hubs, but also little more expensive. Now router. It is a network device which routes the information around the network. It is used to connect one network to another. It has more capabilities than other network devices such as hub or switch. Next is connector. A connector is used to join two computers or network through a wired medium. Example, you can see here this wired is called RJ45. It has 8 wire connectors used to connect LAN, especially LAN, LANs, especially the Ethernet. Now let's move forward. Let's talk about network software. Which are the software required to connect network or make network? So first is network operating system. It is a software that allows a multiple computers to communicate, share files and hardware devices with one another. So first is NOS. As you can see here, the numbers of computer are connected with the middle one server. Okay. So that is called NOS, where a software allows a multiple computer. Where software allows a multiple of computers to connect and share the information to one and another. Some example of NOS are Windows Microsoft Server 2003, Windows Server 2008, Unix, Mac OS X. So these all are the operating system. Okay, these are operating system as well, which help to make a network easy for sharing. Now let's talk about the next is protocol. It is a set of rules or standards that governs how data is to be transferred among the computer on network. It is a set of rules and standard that governs how the data is transferred. This is a rules how we transferred, how a individual computer can transfer a message throughout the internet or among the internet. Next is transmission medium. So there are two type of transmission medium. First is wired and second is wireless. So wired network. In the wired network, data is transmitted over the physical medium. There are three types of physical cables used in a wired network. First is twisted cable, second is coaxial cable, and third is fiber optics. As you can see here, twisted cable Twisted cable consists of four pair of insulated copper wire twisted copper together. Because of the twisted between the two wire, it reduces the electromagnetic interface. Next is coaxial. In this type of cable, there are two conductors. A solid conductor runs coaxially at the center, surrounded by an insulator, followed by the second in the form of wire mesh, which is finally covered by the protective jacket. The last is fiber optic or optical fiber cable. These cables are made up of plastic and glass fiber covered by a cladding of lower refractive index. The signals in these cables are carried in the form of light. Because of the total internal reflection between the glass and the plastic cladding, there are minimum loss of light which leads to minimum data loss. They are very suitable for long distance communication. Now, the last topic of this chapter is transmission medium, that is wireless network. Wireless medium is also known as unguided medium as there is no physical path over available to move the signals. Different wireless technologies used for establishing a network are Bluetooth, infrared, Wi-Fi and WiMAX. Okay. Now, first, let's read about Bluetooth. It is a short range communication technology which uses radio waves to exchange data signal between the devices. This is mainly used to connect mobile devices like cell phones, laptop, tablet, etc. Now, infrared. This is another short range wireless communication technology in which infrared light is used to send the data from one device to another. Next is Wi Fi, that is wireless fidelity technology. This technology is basically used to establish wireless local network for providing a wireless network access to the mobile user with the help of Wi-Fi hotspot. Just like a Bluetooth, this technology is also used in cell phones, laptop, tablets, etc. So the next is WiMAX. WiMAX is worldwide interpretable for microwave access. It is a long distance wireless communication technology which uses high frequency microwaves to establish network connection. It is mainly used to provide broadband access to the users up to range of 30 miles. 30 miles, that is 50 kilometers for fixed device, and 3 to 10 miles, that is 5 to 15 kilometer for a mobile devices. To establish this network, there is a need of tower. There is a need of towers like cell phones which are connected to the internet using a standard wired high speed connections. So, I hope you enjoyed this video and got all the topics clearly. If still you have any doubt, you can drop a message in my contact number, and if you understood it, please like, share and comment and subscribe for next class. Thank you. Till then, take care. Stay home, stay healthy and stay positive.